My girlfriend cheated on me and left. Now she wants me back.
A little bit of the...
Hi, everyone. Hello. Just wanted some advice on this since I can't really decide what to do. I, 23 male, and my ex-girlfriend, 23 female, were together for almost 2 years, but she cheated and left me in June. More on that later, so stay tuned. It was the first relationship for us both. Aside from the issues described in the post, there were actually lots of good sides to the relationship. We had lots of passions in common, very similar views on important life aspects. And this comes from MuchPhone1098 from r/relationship advice. So, background. She's very insecure and about not being enough for people and was diagnosed with abandonment issues before I met her because of their parents divorcing when she was 3. She was clear from the beginning with me, and I accepted that and said I wanted her to grow with me hand in hand. She started going to a psychologist some months before we met because of fights with her mother's new husband and continued after we met because she felt abandoned every time I did something without her. Already seeing some red flags. While with me, unfortunately, the issues just became worse. She was anxious about me not thinking about her and not being close to her every time we weren't together. The ante is upping here. So she started seeing a psychiatrist as well. So she's been on Zoloft, Steriline for a year, and she took Xanax during the episodes, but still, unfortunately, felt very bad. As for me, all of my friends always said I treated her like a princess. I always made room in my schedule for quality time with her, and I did everything in my power to make her feel better in the situations when we weren't together. If I was without her, I texted her like every 10 minutes and called her after I came back home. Is this feeling like a lot?
This is too much.
This is feeling
This is too much.
like a lot.
Yes, mental health problems are that happens.
Yes.
But,
that doesn't mean OP should have to do all of
you
this.
are doing a therapist job right now.
Oh, yes.
To be compensated as such.
My rate, 500 an hour.
5? Yeah.
Dang.
Slap.
It was never enough, and many times she tried to leave me because I want something different from her, and she's not enough. And we are incompatible. And a couple of times she accused me of cheating, which I never did and never felt the need to.
Wait. Go back on that part.
I never felt the need to.
Never felt the need to.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I've never felt the need. If I felt the need, I would have
do
gone
it.
right there.
But for now,
for now we're chilling.
I don't feel it.
No.
I'm good for now. She's always tried to make me feel guilty for doing normal things like going out with my friends or with the association. As I see it, we have different lifestyles, and that also had an impact. I'm graduating in engineering, I'm doing an internship, and I do projects in a student association. So my schedule is very busy, but I always made room to see her at least one evening in the working week and every weekend.
Engineering,
what kind of schmuck would do that?
Dummies.
She studies medicine, so she's usually the only thing she does during the day is study, and she unfortunately can't do that properly if she's having an episode. Important detail, we're in different cities until March. Oh, I can see how this would exacerbate it by a lot. I was always the one moving to see her. She doesn't have a car, but I moved to her city for the internship, so things were going better in the last couple of months. She even said she's felt safer now with me. We have the next part labeled the situation.
Oh, we're not even at the situation.
We're just at the background. That's where
the
we're
background
at.
is already rough.
What red flags are you seeing?
I'm seeing someone who is incredibly needy and making their partner feel responsible for their internal insecurity.
Yes. It's like, hey, if you're not doing X, Y, and Z, you're in the wrong doing this.
Yeah,
it's like,
if I'm feeling bad, it's your fault, is basically what she's saying. And not taking any responsibility for what she needs to do to make herself feel good.
And like, look, I get that, she has like the abandonment issues with her parents and everything. And so understand that, but that should not allow you to dump that on OP. Obviously you can, communicate that and ask for support in certain ways.
If OP wants to take care of it, just know you're getting into a lot.
Yeah. Sophia Callan says she needs therapy 100%. Already has a psychiatrist. Kimberly Fine says she needs to process instead of transferring responsibility.
Ooh, new therapy term.
Transferring responsibility.
That part.
Can't wait to say that tomorrow to Sophia. in some way, shape, or form.
We need to transfer responsibility here.
And
That's my Riley impression.
everyone's like, "Ooh, Riley, you're so smart."
Wow, yeah.
You know that?
Even on the public stream, that's good.
Yeah,
No
that's
one-
true.
everyone
Learn on
have
the
my
private
back.
stream.
Everyone here have my back tomorrow.
Yeah, everyone say Riley's so smart, so handsome, so cool, so demure, so mindful.
What if we did a whole stream where Riley has intentionally bad takes and we're like, wow, Riley, that was like, you're really onto something here. And so he's like, no, we should do this. And all of us and chat is like, what are you talking about, Sophia?
That would actually be really funny.
Dude, it would get in her head so much. I know it would.
Oh, dude, if this would be maybe mean, but like we all go in and chat knows it's a reverse day. It's like we do an opposite day, but everyone knows except Sophia, and we take the opposite take each time, but very seriously.
This is why you don't let the boys stream. These are the things that happen.
That would be evil.
Oh
Everyone
my
would do
gosh.
it just for one episode. I
That
feel
would
like
be
after one, she'd be like,
She would
get to
she
her.
would catch
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
she would catch
But
on.
it would be fun for that one episode.
The opposite day,
I'm down.
We'll
I'll
click
figure
on
it out.
or will it be one of us?
Double agent?
Yeah, I mean, you guys know I already freaking do that
To
anyway.
yourself, bro.
Yeah, I do that to myself. So
So Sam's immune. Damn it. But we'll find a way. All right, boys and girls, let's get into the situation. In June, a friend of hers from her university asks her out in a friendly way. She asks if I'm okay with that, and I say, of course. I have no problem with her seeing a friend. I've always been the secure one in the relationship. I trusted her fully and had literally no idea what was going to happen. Plus, I wanted to give her the example on how to not be controlling and anxious. The day after, she spontaneously admitted the guy tried to kiss her. We almost laugh on it and make it not a big deal. The next week, she spontaneously admits she has seen the guy another time. This time, she didn't tell me. Said that they kissed, and he told her things that he confused her because she said the same things that she was asking me all the time. The thinking about her all the time and feeling close even when we are not things. So he was saying
all
to
the
her,
right
like,
things.
all
to
the right
her.
things to, like, she's like, oh, this is what my anxious mind craves.
Yeah.
I thought he was trying to manipulate her with the things that she wanted to hear. There we go. I think she admitted to him not being fully happy with the relationship. So I forgave her, but put the boundary that she should never see or text him again. Come on.
Fool me
Otherwise,
once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you.
fool me 3 times, get to third base. So I forgave her, but put the boundary up that she should not see or text him again. Otherwise, she would never, ever see me again. I never again heard about the guy from her in the next few weeks.
Oh, next few weeks. Oh no.
But in July, she started a fight with me over needing to go on a 2-day team building trip with the company that I'm doing an internship with. She asked hypothetically, she would ask me not to go. Would I go anyways? And I said yes, because it's important for me. I want to get hired for a full-time job, so I need to show interest. She got enraged because she felt less important than team building.
Oh my God.
That is not what
red
this
flag.
is. Dude.
End it. End it.
Oh, man.
End it.
The last week in June, I later found out that she had a spicy sleep with the guy and left me out of guilt, I suppose. Her official motivation was because she felt confused and she needed time to study, but she said she forgot about the guy.
So I guess like she broke up with OP and then cheated on him,
Dude,
or no,
I'm
cheated on him,
freaking
then broke up
confused.
with him.
it's that she had spicy sleep with the guy and left me out of guilt, I suppose. So yeah, maybe it was kind of like at the same time. So she like hooked up with this guy and then was like, all right, let me like
Exit.
as quick as possible. So it's the timelines could be like almost together, but they're not. We're not 100% sure, but that's what it seems like. The first week of July, she didn't come to my birthday party and didn't even get me a gift. I later found out that she was having more spicy sleep with that guy and even went to his birthday party,
No.
which is about 2 days later than mine.
Why are you still with her?
Was he
Dude.
wearing his birthday suit?
Oh, God. Dude, stop the
What?
madness. I felt terrible in those weeks, and I had trouble functioning as a normal human being because deep down, I knew what was happening, yet she kept saying that she forgot about the guy. In late July, she confessed everything. Explained that she did it because the other guy understood her on those important things, but she wanted to come back to me if I understood them too now.
Oh my
Dude.
God.
Bro, you are.
Please don't take her back. Please, for the love of God, do not take her back.
You were like always so worried and anxious, and he was giving you these 10-minute check-ins. Meanwhile, he should have been doing the same with you. Not actually,
It's
but
the projection thing. It's the projection.
projection, bro.
Transferring responsibility.
That part. Hey, Riley, talk about it. I said I needed time because I felt awful about what she did to me. He already clearly laid the boundary when they kissed to be like, hey, don't talk to him ever again or I'm out.
Yeah.
Now she's hooked up with this guy multiple times.
Yeah, it was like he kissed me. All right, don't hang out with him. We kissed each other. Please don't hang out with them.
Yeah.
We hooked up. Please don't hang out with them. We're hooking up just multiple times. And also, I went to his birthday. And guess what I got him as his birthday present? Hey.
I took off August since I was physically ill about the cheating and tried some sort of no contact. She kept apologizing via text, saying I'm the love of her life and she made a mistake over and over again that she wanted him not to do. I ignored her, but she also told me I'm a horrible person for going on a trip with my friends the same week I was supposed to go on a trip with her.
Oh my, what?
She was cheating on June when I was planning our trip together. So, yeah.
Come on. What? Dude, get out of there.
Hey, but
Get
Riley,
the frick out.
you're a horrible person for hanging out with your friends and going on a work trip.
But you cheated on me like 7 times.
But you went on a work trip. So,
Well, each
who's the
extra
villain now?
instance of cheating cancels the last one out. So it's like cheat once, you're cheating. Cheat twice, 2 negatives, positive. Cheat 3
Whoa.
times, negative again. 4 times, positive.
Math. Now, since September, I feel somewhat better and started replying to her constant apology texts. Uh-oh. Even though I'm really confused about her intentions, I asked if she's still texting this guy. She said yes, because she doesn't trust me that I really want her.
And if you really wanted me, you would cheat on me and
I
try
did
to
it
win
for
me
you.
back. Yeah, I did it for you. I gave you the gift of questioning the relationship so you'd be able to fight for me.
Wow.
You know? It's like if he
So
doesn't
beautiful.
slay the dragon, how do you know that he really wants to be with you for the rest of the life?
How would you know?
You don't know. You don't know. It's like in turmoil, that's when we know the true character of a man.
Truly.
And she gave OP that turmoil to prove his love to her. And OP didn't give her that same opportunity.
Wow.
Honestly, pretty selfish.
You know what can prevent turmoil, though?
What?
Joining us every weekday at 3 p.m. PST on our lives, like right now. Tap the profile. Join us. So I'm not sure how to move forward here. I do.
Yeah, break up.
I'm finding it hard to find her apologies genuine since she's still talking to the guy that she cheated on me with. But at the same time, I recognize this could be a part of her abandonment issues. Since she can't be alone, I still have strong feelings for her, and part of me wants to believe she can change. I still think about her every day. She was my best friend, and I spent most of my free time with her. So when I'm free, I'm just in my room crying and missing her. I'm really struggling with this internal conflict and could use some advice from others who might have been in similar situations.
All right. Boys, on the count of 3,
Yep.
should OP stay together or break up?
Yep. Let's do it.
1, 2, 3.
Marry
Break up.
her. What?
I knew you were going to do that. John.
I said
I
no.
knew you were going to do that. Break
you
up.
You set me up so perfectly. Yeah.
Break up.
Leave.
Ugh.
Leave this. This is such a
So
clear
toxic.
cut. And like, yeah, his heart is hurting, understandable.
Well,
But this is just she's going to keep projecting on you. She's going to keep cheating on you. If you go back, you're giving her more license because she knows what she can get away with.
Yeah, and it's going to be even odd, even odd, even odd. And then soon you're not even going to be able to keep up.
Dude.
You don't know
that's
when
true.
it's right or
That's
not.
true. Yeah.
Tough.
Too many times to count.
Right?
I'm an even kind of guy.
even gang.
Yep.
Even game.
Even gang. 0.
0.
even.
That's not even.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
What is it then?
It's 0. It's not even or odd.
Okay, 10.
What?
-2. Is that odd or even? -2.
-2 is even.
Okay. 0.
0 is neither even nor odd.
Okay, and then 2.
2 is even.
Riley's like, point proven.
What does that mean?
Got him.
I think I'm watching my husband cheat on me in real time.
At least you can see it.
I, 33 female, have been married to my husband, 33 male, for 3 years now. been together for 7. The first year we were together, we lived 3 hours from each other. And one weekend while I was at his place, I had found out he cheated on me.
Ouch.
We worked through it. He moved in with me. We've been pretty good ever since. I like to think we have a relatively strong marriage. Or at least I did. By the way, this comes from Lizard Queen 742 on the BORUpdates subreddit. So last week, he told me he had to go away this week for work. Suspicious. His best friend back home is having some pretty serious mental health issues and can no longer be allowed to use power tools. However, he was in the middle of a building project and needs to get done. So said friend's dad hired my husband to finish the job with him. So it's like a work trip, but also not a work trip, I guess. Like he's helping out a friend, but he's doing work as well.
Right. Okay.
He told me he was leaving Tuesday and would be back Friday. Since he left, I haven't spoken to him for more than 5 minutes at a time. Usually when he's away from work, he's calling me 5 times a day, which I thought was weird, but just assumed he was busy hanging out. Well, tonight, technically last night, so Wednesday, he once again only calls me for 10 minutes and tells me that not only is he now staying until Sunday, extra time, even though he sent me pictures of the job half done already, but that he's going to get his car looked at, which is why he can't talk long because he worked late and still has to take his car in. Okay. When I asked him where he was taking the car to get fixed so late, almost 10 at this point, he said he had a buddy next town over an hour away, that was going to take a look at it tonight, give him a quote, and get parts to get fixed Thursday. So at this point, huge red flags now. Because if he was going to a friend's house, he always tells me who, never just a buddy. Uh-oh.
Stinky.
Asher says, why is it always the 3-year marriages that suddenly have the issues? That 3-year
They're
itch.
common.
Once they hit 3 years, then they get excited for what happens on year 4.
Oh,
That's true.
They jump the gun,
All pass.
right?
Yeah,
It's a self-fulfilling
You
prophecy.
just gotta wait, you know?
Gotta wait.
Patience is key. And as his wife, I know he only has 2 friends that still live in that town, and neither of them know shit about cars.
Ooh.
We have a tracking app that we use for us and our kids' phones, so I decided to look on that. He got there at midnight. It's now 3 a.m., and he's still there. And it's neither of his friends' houses.
His new friend.
I just know. My gut is just streaming that this is exactly what I think it is. And I'm sick to my stomach. My best friend is asleep, and she's all I have. And I just had to get this off my chest before I explode. There is an update, but really quick. What do you think about OP laying this out all on her friend, basically saying, I think my husband may be cheating? And do you think the husband may be cheating?
I think so. I think it's okay. Hey, if it's a good friend who's like, wants to be there and like to support their friend, I think that's great. And it's a good idea to run it by someone to be like, okay, here's what I'm thinking of doing. If you have a relationship where she could kind of keep it in confidence, at least for now. And that she should go to her husband and just lay out. I don't think OP's really done anything wrong. They share their location with each other. She was like, hey, I was feeling weird about it. Usually mention a friend. You were there till 3 a.m. I looked on the app. Just share these things and that you aren't feeling good about it. And then
Yeah, conversation first. Conversation first. Kimberly Fine says he's exploding on someone else's chest.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
With his exhaust pipe.
Well, it's because I just had to get this off my chest before I explode.
Dude.
Oh man.
Here with the zingers today, ladies and
Kimberly
gentlemen.
Fine.
Going off.
Update. He stayed until 6:30 this morning, called me at 7:30 while still on the road, pretending to be just waking up. I don't think he understands how our app works. Said that his car couldn't get fixed because the parts are seized. Still never mentioned what friend. He pretty much just proved it to me there. I appreciate all your kind words and advice. I'm broken, so forgive me if I don't answer replies. Just know I appreciate it. Update 2. Answering questions. So, John, at this point, are you convinced he's laying pipe? Getting his exhaust pipe laid?
While I'm like 95% sure that this pipe is getting laid, I think that she still needs to present to him in a conversation. Like she's just got more and more evidence. Still Sit down with him and be like, hey, here's all the things. Explain.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
I agree.
See what
I
he
agree.
says. Talk first. That's what I say.
Update 2.
Oh.
Answering questions. Now that I've had most of the day to really think about everything and had a good talk with my best friend about it as well,
All right.
this is where we're at. When he called me this morning, I was making coffee. I told him I was making coffee, and he said, ooh, coffee. I should get some of that. I just woke up, and I haven't got a chance yet. Except when he left this morning, he went to the closest coffee shop before he left town. So again, another lie.
Dude is bad at this.
Also, OP is good because she's really tracking.
He's as bad at lying as she is good at discovering the truth.
And to answer the recurring question of why are you tracking him if you trust him, the answer is I'm not. Well, I wasn't before now. We got the app last week when our kids started walking to school on their own so we could see they were getting home safe. In turn, they can see where we are when we're out of the house. I didn't force him to get the tracking app, and it wasn't to catch him doing anything, although it did kind of work out that way. So the story he gave me was he went over there for his buddy. He finally gave me a name. Let's call him John. Nice. Get your girl, John. And I know of
Not me.
John, I have a girlfriend, Fry, was not involved in
That's
this.
right. Never involved.
And I know of John, but have never met him in person, which is why I think he's a good patsy to fix something on his car. He said they couldn't get it unstuck with home tools, so he came home. But John's a mechanic, so he's going to talk to his boss today and see if he'll allow them to come in after hours tonight to fix it in the shop. And he was just waiting on confirmation of that and a quote for the parts. Now, here's the problem.
Ooh.
Although John is a mechanic, John doesn't work nor live in the city he was in last night. And as soon as he said quote for parts, I realized that means he doesn't have the parts yet, which means if the story were true, they would have been taking apart the car with no parts to put it back together, which makes zero sense. And that's what put it all together for me. That, and while I was on the phone with him, his best friend woke up and asked him if he was just getting in from last night. And I literally listened to him stumble to come up with an answer because he knew I could hear him. That one cut deep, but he said, no, I came home last night. Surprised he didn't hear me. Lied to his best friend too, which is super suspicious.
Super suspicious.
I have, both from reading these comments and talking with friends, decided I'm going to keep it low and I'm going to keep it cool.
Ooh, yeah.
I like that click, Riley. I'm not going to confront him because I don't see a point. He's either going to deny it, flip it, or admit and beg for forgiveness. And honestly, I don't want to deal with any of that right now. What I need to do is get my ducks in a row to get out. So that's what the plan is going forward. I feel humiliated. I feel stupid as F, but above all, I'm pissed. Pissed at him, pissed at me, just pissed the F off. And to everyone who asked why I didn't leave the first time, I'm not going to be mad about it. It's a valid question. And the answer is that he put in work to prove it was a mistake. I had never been cheated on before, and I was naive. We went to therapy and a lot of work, and he put in all the effort I ever asked to prove that this is what he really wanted. He really fooled me.
Wow.
So yeah, y'all are right. I should have had more self-respect then. I should have known, and I didn't. And I'll be the first to admit now that I'm an idiot, and I'll be sure to know and use it as a life lesson going forward. We do have some relevant comments. Low Baby Chick says, can you do a Google search of the address, see if it's an apartment/home, search for the address, and see if you can find a name for the resident's owner?
Oh.
Do you have access to his apps? Can you look at his messages? Try calling him, see if he picks up. If he doesn't answer, call him later today. Ask him who the friend is, where the car is. Take screenshots of location with time and day. Doesn't look good. Sorry. Guess what, guys? There's an update coming up soon.
You're joking.
Lady Beamer 8910 says, document everything and get your ducks in a row quietly. Trust your gut. He's your husband and we're strangers on the internet. I'm sorry he's done this to you and your family. Good on you for not ignoring red flags. And the judgment is not the a-hole. But we got an update 4 days later.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not ready.
Hey, y'all. A lot of people have been asking for an update. So here we go. Go see a previous post to catch up. So he finally came home Saturday night. I'd spent the entire week gathering the information I need for divorce. But what I really needed for myself was proof. Proof that this was anything other than what I thought it was. Proof that I was crazy for ever thinking he would do this to me. Instead, I found her.
Oh, no.
He claims he went over to her house, but never actually to sleep with her. He entertained her with what?
Shabroot.
Yeah. Spent the night, but didn't sleep with her. And I just couldn't believe that. He told me he only entertained her because she made it easy to give her attention. And that's when I walked out. I spent the day with my bestie, drank a lot, and I decided for my own closure, I need to know if he really did sleep with her. One way or another, he took off his ring and walked into a house, so I was done. But for my own peace of mind, I needed to know the truth, and I wasn't going to get it from him. I found her number in his phone the night he got home, so I just called her. Turned out, he lied about being married, obviously.
Makes sense.
And took advantage of a poor girl who recently had gotten out of an abusive relationship and finally put her trust in someone again.
Oh, my God.
He did sleep with her, even left her shirt because he wouldn't be back for 2 weeks. Yes, he was planning on going back out, but I didn't find out. He made this poor girl think he loved her, and I'm disgusted. He hurt so many people with this crap. So here we are. I'm officially a 33-year-old single mom, terrified of life ahead. I haven't eaten in days. My body has been in fight or flight for so long now that I'm currently sitting at the hospital hoping someone can help me reset it so I can finally sleep for once this week and my heart can have a break. I'm a mess to say the least, but seriously want to thank everyone for the advice and kind words. This is a literal nightmare, and I feel like I can't wake up from it. And the sweet messages really help, so thank you all again. Here's to hoping it gets better. And we do have a response from OP and some relevant comments.
Ooh.
So Max Zaddy says, does he know that you know the truth? I'm glad you're taking care of yourself, sending a biggest hug and get an STI test just to be safe. OP says he does. He continues to try. He continues to deny it, tries to pass it off like she was some crazy girl obsessed with him and lying to me. GJ Soccer says, he even lies for shit. Like if she was that crazy and obsessed, why spend the night there? Who the hell says, oh, hey, crazy stalker, let's have a sleepover? So glad you are kicking his scumbag ass to the curb. Comfortable Echo 972 says, men like this make me hate the world. So selfish, they should be allowed to operate in society. I truly hope you heal and move on to a happier and a healthier life. And then OP responds to this last one.
Ooh.
Electrical C6653 says, it will definitely get better. You're so strong for leaving him. I'm really sorry this happened, but now you can begin your healing journey once the grief subsides. I'll never understand how people can't be happy with their families or destroy so many people's lives because of their selfishness. OP responds, and that's just it. Like, if you're not happy with me, that sucks, but it is what it is. There was no need to destroy multiple people along the way. It was unnecessary damage, and I can't fathom it. I'm honestly just upset for the other girl as much as I am myself. She had a really rough past relationship, and she opened up to this F-stick just for him to throw her under the bus and wreck her too. It literally makes me sick.
Me
and
too.
that's where it ends. At least she left him.
At least, yes. My God, she got into full CIA mode and just made it happen. And at least got the closure that she wanted and realized for sure, I'm cutting this off and moving on.
Yeah.
Bro is an idiot.
Bro's an idiot.
Oh
dude.
my God.
Lies on lies, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
that's where it ends. But we got another story for you.
yes, sir. Let's get into it. My husband banned his wife from trying IVF despite his infertility, but his wife just got pregnant. It's loaded.
Whew.
My cousin, 35 male, and his wife, 36 female, found out about 6 years ago that he was not very fertile. Literally 2 weeks after that, they found out that she got pregnant with his baby. He has heavily implied that he checked the paternity in secret, but never said it outright. How is that possible? I don't know. So they now have a daughter.
So basically he's like, oh, it's probably not my baby because I'm not very fertile, but
I ain't
he,
got no
secretly
swimmers.
checked. I ain't got no swimmers.
Well, this comes from Confusing Marriages Spy on the r/OK Storytime subreddit. Let's go. So his wife wanted more kids, and he does too. But the miracle wasn't happening again. They have tried IVF for 2 years, but with no avail. So she got in her head that the only option is a donor. He refused, but she wouldn't let it go. So he made a boundary that she is not allowed to bring it up. She went ahead and got pregnant with a donor anyways.
Wait, but I thought it was his kid.
So they had the first kid, but then they wanted a second one.
Oh, and she's like, I'm gonna get a donor.
Yes.
And just did a turkey based.
Yeah.
Or the OG way.
The OG way. Babe, it
happen.
wasn't cheating. It was just a donor.
It's just a donor.
It's just a donor.
That's all
on
he
the
means
list.
to me.
I found him and went to his house.
Yeah.
That's it.
It was cheaper than getting a sperm bank.
You know, it's like dropping mail in a
He
mailbox.
actually got drinks for me.
See?
Yeah.
Boom. There we go. Don't you want to be frugal, babe? Why would you want to waste our money? So the effed up thing is she is a stay-at-home mom, so she is on his insurance, so his insurance paid for it. She confessed it all to him, and he went mental and threw some things not at her, and police were called by a neighbor, not sure, but definitely not by his wife. He was not arrested, but she told them that he didn't touch her, but she was advised to go somewhere else for the night. He went back to his parents. He has not returned or even talked to her. She has been withholding his daughter from him officially because of his violent outburst, but what she really wants is for him to come home. He is refusing. He has filed a petition for divorce in court and for custody. He will probably get custody, but it's going to be a long process.
Custody of the sperm bank kid?
Of the
Original kid.
The original kid.
OG
yes.
kid.
OG kid. Which, as far as we know, is his actual kid.
Yeah.
And he feels it's his
And he
actual
double checked.
kid. Yes.
Which, damn, not a great relationship if he's double checking if that
Gotta
is
double
kid.
check every time.
Yeah.
If you don't want to get wrecked, double check.
Oh, I like that
That's
one.
his- that's his
God's
line.
golden rule.
Got him. His wife tried to tell him through friends that she wants him to have his daughter, but he needs to agree to therapy with her so she knows that she will be all right with him. She is also saying that she is sorry and to not give up on his family for her mistake. My cousin refuses to even talk to anyone who tries to play messenger for his wife. His parents are genuinely distressed because she is also withholding their grandchild and telling him to rethink things. He is not budging. Personally, I had my ex leave state when she got pregnant, when she was pregnant, and I still got custody by just moving to that state. And really quickly, I'm
So
going
like
to
the ex moved states, but OP was still able to have custody of his kid, even though she moved states.
Right. And yeah, OP again is talking about his cousin. He is like kind of third person narrating here. She is in a way better position legally, and she can't just take his daughter away if he just listens to his lawyer. So I think the parents' fears are unfounded of not being able to see the grandkid. I talked to him on the phone, and he told me that he would rather lose his daughter than negotiate or talk to his wife in any way. Oh my God, that's a little
Wow.
extreme. Don't you think, Sophia? I mean, that's kind of a lot.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Tell
tell
him.
Thea.
Ooh.
Ew.
Yeah. I can't help but be impressed by his mutual destruction strategy. I mean, bro is committed to not talking to this woman. He said, I don't care if you take my daughter away from me. I won't talk to her.
Dude, honestly, respect.
Respect the game.
Respect.
Problem is, I am the only one who thinks he is in the right fully.
Oh, really?
People are on his side, but they want him to come to the table and talk things through. He says there is no talking about it. We have relevant comments, but there's things we need to talk about. Sam, do you think he is justified in not talking to his wife by any means because she went behind his back after he said, don't get a sperm donor?
I think so. I think you can go no contact for sure. But maybe for the sake of the one child that you do share, that here we go.
Yes.
If the child the child that you share is hurt by it, then yes, you're the a-hole to that child.
Which I kind of think there's like no way it wouldn't, right?
Well, how old is the kid? I think honestly, regardless of how old the kid is, it's still an a-hole move to do something that would hurt that kid.
6 years. Wait, 6 years ago.
He owes nothing to her though, but he owes it to his child.
He owes it to the child, absolutely. And to say that he'd rather lose his child than to talk to her is
Yeah.
really bad.
Yeah.
And
It's I was joking around with the respect thing beforehand. Like, it's pretty messed up.
It's insane. We're in awe at his insanity.
Yeah.
And also like I get not wanting a sperm donor, but even before she went and did it behind his back, I think he was still like a little like too like don't do it without going behind his back. But
What, he was too rigid? What, you were saying he was like too rigid in where he was getting his baby from?
yeah, I think he was like, I don't know. I and maybe I'm reading too much into this, but it seemed like he was. I think it's because he's so upset by the fact that she got the sperm donor, he's willing to lose his daughter. That means he was like pretty like
Adamant.
not that he has to be okay with it, but just like talking about it, I guess. But
Yeah, I think he can totally. I think he
not
can,
want that.
He can try to just have the mother completely out of his life as much as possible.
Yeah.
So Slightly Toast says she's withholding the child. So it's like basically she's like, I will not let you see the child unless you talk to me about, which is, I mean, she's an a-hole, but
Yeah.
But I think like, yes, he doesn't want to talk to her, but the best thing to do for the kid is to like put aside your hatred of her just to like get things on track for your child.
Yeah. This whole thing seems to have made him gone AWOL.
Yeah.
But we have some relevant comments. Necessary Habit 7747 says he can and will at least get partial custody of his daughter, and he should absolutely try. He needs a good lawyer. As far as the involuntary donor baby, he can contest paternity. He's not the father, for sure. But you are not wrong. How can anyone support a woman sneaking into a donor shop behind her husband's back and then weaponize the child they have together for her own power?
Yeah. Sophia Colon says weaponizing her kid. Guy did nothing wrong. I think he did like by saying I'm going to give up my child to keep this grudge. I think that's something wrong.
Yeah. They're both doing wrong here.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. Commenters speculate about how wife was able to get the procedure done without the husband's signature. Insurance is mentioned, so presumably it was a clinic and not some Facebook donor, the old-fashioned way, if you catch my drift. Fund Organization 3857 says, no, it's not the 50s. I did use a donor. You won't sign consents until you order the sample. Basically talking about you don't need your husband's like permission to
Well,
do
because
that.
usually the when you have insurance from a spouse, like it's separate insurance. You don't have to tell them like you don't have to tell your spouse everything that you're getting.
Yeah, you're just like a name under their like umbrella plan, which is your own thing. That makes sense. Great clarification. So it has nothing to do with the procedure and everything to do with the presumed paternity, because it's like, hey, are you both going to sign that you're legally going to be the parent and guardian, which makes sense. In all 50 states, a man is automatically the father during marriage when a child is conceived. I
know that.
So I guess as of right now, he is like legally the father. Whoa. He can contest paternity, but given that he agreed to do IVF, the court may decline to remove him in the interest of the child. They may also not see it as different than IVF and believe that he was in agreement and has changed his mind. This is so much more like kind of complicated than I ever would have thought. Yeah, it's like, oh, he's not the father. She went behind his back. But the court's like, how do we prove that? Did he just like change his mind? Is he trying to be a deadbeat dad? Like, dude, the law on child support is in the best interest of the child and is not required to be fair, I guess, presumably to the parents. It's also up to the provider what their policy is for the insurance. She's not having her gallbladder removed. She is having a completely voluntary, non-required procedure. If you really want frustration, look up how hard it is to get a non-medically necessary hysterectomy. It's so difficult that there's a list of doctors that will become the most, that will become, most won't, or they require spousal consent. He may even have a legal action against the clinic if he didn't consent. Oh my gosh. He may have unwittingly agreed during the IVF paperwork. If this is true, he needs a lawyer yesterday. This is a absolute legal cluster F. I did not think about any of these things.
I mean, I had no idea about most of this stuff.
Of all of the like paternity stories that we've seen, none of any of this
first
stuff.
time that like I didn't know it was an automatic father if you have a child within the confines of your marriage, and I think that means cheating and everything else. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, because basically the laws are all towards like we need a like father assigned.
Yeah.
So it's like if she has an affair baby, all right, automatically, boom, you're married to this guy. He's the father. You are legally the guardian.
But like, didn't we have
Crazy.
stories where a guy would be, you know, like it was the affair partner, and the guy was like, I want rights to my biological son, and then he like asked to get a paternity test done, and then I think in that case you can get something. I forget.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe in those cases the mom kept the child or something. I don't know, or like fought for full custody and got it. Not sure. But we have more relevant comments. As Brown91 says, I am a lesbian, and even my wife had to sign a donor consent form. An OP story is exactly the reason for that. Curious to see how the wife got around this. So it looks like we're getting kind of mixed stuff on the consent form. I think either for the insurance and or the paternal status. I don't know. It's getting real complicated. There's a lot here. Before we get into this update, 12 days later,
Woo!
What do we do? What do we do, Sam?
All right, so like, I think if you don't care about your child and you're trying to hold this grudge over someone who's like really effed you over, you're still the a-hole because you're being a dick to your child.
Exactly.
I don't think you owe anything to her, but I think you owe it to the child that you've already had.
And I think it's totally fair for you to say that to her. Like, listen, I'm not doing any of this for you. I'm literally I don't want to do anything for you, but we have a kid together. So I'm going to work with you and do what we need to for the kid's best interest.
Like
but outside of that,
minimum.
I don't owe you anything.
Sophia Callan says, get full custody. That's not it. So I think what Sophia Callan's saying is like, no, like don't try to co-parent. Try to forcibly take your child back through the law.
Like OP.
The OP forcibly takes it back.
Yeah.
So do you try to minimally co-parent, or do you try to forcibly take back custody? So custody or co-parent?
Custody or co-parent. Man.
Do you think she's lost the right to custody of her child?
This is really tough. I mean, look, it is really bad to do all of this without telling your partner. It's not, as far as we know. Yeah, she went to a clinic.
I don't feel like it's endangering when you endanger the child, then it's like you don't deserve full custody. But for this, I don't think it's
Yeah, it is a very weird scenario.
But she is using the child as a bargaining chip, which
is terrible.
Which is putting the child in danger. So maybe because she did that warrants the custody.
It's not the donor, it's the fact that she used her as a bargaining chip. Let's see what happens. Put your votes in the poll. Update 12 days later. Here's the update you guys asked for. It is not a pretty update. My cousin has been cheating with a woman, not sure of the age, female, on his wife for 2 years. I think that's new information.
That's new information.
Oh, wow. Is that
so the guy that was that massive dick, or not massive, but the guy that was like, I'm never going to talk to you again, the wife was cheating
for 2 years. We're getting more. Around that same time, they started IVF, and he claimed that it was a very stressful time for him because he felt he was being judged by his wife and he could feel her disappointment in him. That's the reason for cheating, and I don't buy it as an excuse. Agreed. There were other better ways to deal with whatever he was dealing with. It came to light because his mistress found out that she is 13 weeks pregnant. There is babies left, right, and center falling out of the sky over here.
Dude, man is kind of fertile.
Who is the doctor? Who are these doctors?
For someone who is saying he has fertility issues, he's kind of like popping them out nonstop.
Although he's not getting her pregnant, even though she's normally fertile and on IVF. So it might have.
But he got his side piece pregnant.
Might be luck of the draw.
Yeah,
that's what it seems like.
The size of the moon.
Yep.
The size of the moon.
Yeah, the moon like is full, so then you're able to like do it right.
The size of the moon, the more kids you can goon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
The more kids you can goon.
So wait.
Hey, yo.
Conceive.
Dude, this is why John loves Drake so much.
Damn it. So, she claims it to be his child, but I am not sure what the truth is. I am sure he will check for himself. He took his mistress to his marital house to meet his wife, and told her she is pregnant and asked his wife whether she still wants him to come back. This is
Oh
so
my God.
messy.
I think it's like he purposely got her pregnant.
Just to have that one thing of, do you want me back now? Huh? Dude.
What if she does? What if you want to be what if it's a polystitch?
He then proceeded to kiss his mistress in front of his wife. Dude.
Is the mistress chill with that?
Right? Like, oh
my God.
After a lot of arguments, there was an altercation where she threw something on his face. Thankfully, the police didn't get involved. They are definitely getting a divorce. I don't think his wife will want to continue the relationship now. That makes sense. That's the update. I don't think you guys will be interested in stupid family drama. It's temporary anyways. Even if you guys are, I don't have the mental bandwidth to type it out.
Sakura Kudo says, OMG, could this be 4D chess? There's no mistress at all, and it's just a stage act. So he hires an actress, a pregnant actress.
So that the wife can't judge him anymore.
So the wife is basically like, because like he's like, the wife still wants to get back with him and wants to talk to him. He's like, I don't want to talk to you. And so he hires someone to take the fall.
To finally like make her stop.
Or the side piece has a side piece, grandma, like what Grandma's potty mouth said, and that's why she's preggo.
Side piece.
His affair partner is sleeping with somebody else because he's infertile, allegedly.
Probably.
I mean, that's not a bad theory.
Not a bad thought, dude.
I mean,
either way, it makes him look good. Like he can do kids. Or make kids.
Right, yeah.
Make all the kids.
If one thing has been proven is he's proving his doctors wrong. Oh my God.
They said it wasn't possible, but he just keeps shelling them out.
My swimmers keep on swimming. Like
Michael
Dory.
Phelps, dude.
I would like to know
man.
my swimmers work.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Let's find out.
Could we all like go somewhere and like see like the health of it?
That actually, that is something I've been worried about.
We should do it.
Yeah, me
Because,
too.
like, I've never gotten anyone pregnant.
And he does like the
Run on some roofs without shoes on.
without shoes on.
Or
is
at bare minimum, it's the toe shoes.
No,
which
I
is-
usually wear shoes
Yeah.
with,
Usually.
but not with like if like I'm like
Not if
in a-
they have shoes on.
like well
Once he says I love you, he wears no more shoes.
yeah.
Do you back on the getting tested for our little guys? Do you think we can like AI it so we can once we do it we can see what they look like?
There is this
AI generated.
there is this thing that you can like look. Actually, it's actually not that. So there's this thing
Mm-hmm.
where you can get a kit and you can like literally put it on your, like you could put it under a microscope and it will show video of them actually swimming. So it's like you put a little bit, all right, like you put a little bit on like a plate,
Right.
and then they give you a microscope to like look at it, the micro, and you can literally see how much they're swimming.
Dude, that's crazy. I also remembered my question that I was going to ask you guys. It was the gallon.
It was what?
The gallon question.
You asked me that question, dude.
I know.
Oh,
But that is crazy. How much is a kit?
I don't think that. Here, go on Amazon really quick. Look up sperm microscope.
I mean, in theory, could one just...
Shopping.
Is it really a special
At-home
microscope?
sperm kit, $80.
I mean, that 30...
Temu. 30.
Let's get the Temu.
Look at the Temu.
Dude. Not less than $30, bro.
But it's
Got a
just a
touch
regular. It's just a regular one.
Well,
But
yeah.
wouldn't that in theory do it?
All you gotta do is just put a little, like a
Little
fresh,
sample.
a fresh load. Then he got it. Yeah. What?
I don't know if I'm trying to look at your loads with that intensity.
Well, don't you
Frog
want to
sperm.
make
We
sure?
need one with a camera.
Oh, dude, that's frog
All
sperm.
right. Question, chat.
What?
Do you want to see the sperm stream?
Oh my god.
New membership tier.
Membership.
Golden Swimmers tier. Oh my God. All right. I'm taking control of this and we're going to read these relevant comments, guys.
And then I have a question for everyone
Oh
after.
boy. Let's do it. Island Lord 830 says, I mean, they're both crappy people. The only sad part is now they will divorce and take the crappiness and inflict it on someone else instead of on each other. Spinner of Yarn says, wow, they both suck. I still think it's awful that he's punishing his daughter by cutting her off because he's mad at his wife. The affair is, wow, what horrible things for everyone to do to each other. It's genuinely possible that he got his affair partner pregnant. What do we got?
Oh, Jellybus says, why does he have a tab that says Vlad Putin shirtless?
Guys, can we do an exposed video? Okay, Storytime producer, exposed. Oh my God, gotta love it. There's a perfectly reasonable explanation that I'm not going to give you, Jellybus. So, it's genuinely possible that he got his affair partner pregnant. Many doctors will tell you that infertile doesn't mean sterile. So while the pregnancy is unlikely, it's not impossible. Personally, I think anytime someone's affair partner becomes pregnant, checking paternity should be automatic, because if she's cheating with you, you'd be foolish to believe
She's not cheating.
Oh, if she's
elsewhere.
Rubbing his affair in his wife's face is disgusting. If it weren't for your niece, I might wash your hands of the whole situation. Quick edit, the affair partner can already see what an awful father she is. She's a fool if she has a kid with him, assuming it's his. Here's how I see things panning out. He divorces his wife and marries his mistress, assuming she is actually pregnant with his child. He's going to fight for equal custody of his daughter, I'm assuming the original birth daughter, and will get at least 40% in my state if he takes it to court, which he's planning to do. His parents won't give up on a grandchild just because of an affair. Not sure if they will accept his mistress, but I don't think they have a choice but to tolerate her if they want a grandchild. He is their only child, so they don't have any other avenues for a grandchild. I like his parents, and I do want to have a good relationship with them, so he is going to be part of my life, and so will his ex-wife. So yeah, I am in the midst of this drama, and there is no way to completely wash my hands of it.
Messy. Very messy. Ooh.
I don't know. I mean, as far as OP is concerned, OP is the cousin. I think you can pretty much be almost completely uninvolved.
Yeah, OP, do not get involved in this mess.
Just stay
thanks
away.
you for reporting on it.
Yeah, thanks for letting us know.
Yeah, jeez.
And giving us the story.
Man.
Oh my goodness.
All right, here's my question, John.
Yeah.
All right.
Get ready for this one.
I need a gallon of some John juice. How much would you want for it?
I mean, not giving it to you.
But how much you have to give it to me? How much would you want for
I
it?
have to give it to you?
You have to.
$1 trillion.
$1 trillion?
Yeah.
Wait,
reasonably.
wait, John,
reasonably.
you're telling me you wouldn't give Riley a gallon of John juice for $1 billion?
A solid million.
What's he going to do with it?
Wait.
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that. You're $1 billion. John, $1 billion.
John juice.
John.
That'll take probably 2.5 years to make.
John. $1 billion.
$1 billion.
$1 billion?
$1 billion, and I get control of what he.
No, you don't
No,
get
no,
control.
you don't get to worry about
that.
You don't get control. You can do whatever he wants with it. But you get $1 billion.
See, I could pay to take care of the kids. The money's not an issue, right?
Yeah, $1 billion?
But what if he
Well, you
gets
don't know he's
1,000 Johns running around, and I'm like, I want to father my children. I don't know if I can successfely be a father to 1,000.
You know, that, like,
I have a family conference.
I'm not
every
making
year.
more kids with it.
Yeah, he's not making more kids.
Okay.
He's just drinking. He's adding it to his coffee.
As long as no children are made that I have to, that I wouldn't be able to emotionally invest into the level that I want to. Okay, I'll do $1 billion for.
All right, John.
I'll even do what's the lowest I would go?
$100 million.
100 million, yes.
All right, 10 million. It's 1,262
Now we're getting
nuts.
It's not. No, it's not. It's 916.
960
nuts. By the way, my friend is writing a really funny movie on nuts. A guy has a vasectomy and he can't reverse it, and he has 30 loads left, and he realizes he wants to have a child. Kind of funny.
That's pretty funny.
So 10 million, maybe
10 million.
Not one. One is too low.
10 million.
But you're not making kids with it.
Nope.
I know you're not making kids with it. Okay.
Ease your mind.
You just have to do a load into a gallon for 1,262 days or 900 days.
Okay. The price is lowering. I could do $1 million. I think I could do 500,000. Could I do 100,000? Could I do that?
Yeah. Would you do 100,000?
Probably
Deal.
around there.
Deal. I will deal. 100,000 deal.
What deal?
Because let's do the math here, everyone. Hello.
Okay. Hi.
It takes about approximately 916 buckaroonies once a day to make it happen. And if your load is approximately 4 milliliters, then to get to a gallon, it'll take 916. But if you're a healthy male and it takes 5 milliliters, then you could probably get it down to like 700.
Okay.
And it would take you a year and a half, like around 2.5 years. If you do it twice a day, you can do it in like a year and some change. But every time you go to a sperm donor, guess how much money you get from it? $150.
But then they're
150 bucks. So let's say it takes
No.
1,000, and then 150 times 1,000. That's 150 grand. So I just got 50 grand off you,
But
dude.
John said he can't be used for kids.
can't be used for kids.
I just put that in there, and then the next line said, "I can also use this for sperm donating."
he snake contracted me.
He won't personally use it for kids.
Yeah. I won't use it for
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
Whatever the sperm banks that make children do
Yeah,
with
yeah.
it is up to them.
Yes.
Dude.
So I just made 50K off of that.
Oh man.
Yeah. If
$110 per wink.
Yep. So if anyone ever asks you that, say 200 or more.
And it's like where is it going right now? It's being wasted.
it's being wasted.
It's being
Or
wasted.
what? A good time?
Yeah, come on. Monetize that.
Monetize that, dude.
I do try to monetize everything.
That is true.
That does go against everything I've stood for.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Come on, John.
Can I really go against my own nature?
John is a businessman.
A businessman,
Yeah.
man.
And he's gonna make his business jam.
Oh, damn.
All right.
That's my
All
question.
right, I played the game. There we
I'm
go.
so happy I figured out what it was.
All right. Shall we?
Let's do it.